Hey book fighters, it's Wednesday, it's Sarah, and I've just finished reading I'm the Messenger by Marcus Zusak. It's Dan, and Lauren, and me, look, it's me, yay, and Katie, and Julia, it's the book fighters, yay! So, I'm the Messenger. It's a good book. It's a very good book. I definitely recommend it. I need to actually review it now. And I had a whole bunch of stuff that I was going to say that I thought of while I was reading it, but I didn't write it down, and now I can't remember any of it. So, yeah. I'm the Messenger. Basically, there's this 19-year-old kid who gets playing cards in the mail, and they have messages that he has to deliver to people, and he becomes the Messenger. Hence, I'm the Messenger. Good title. I cannot remember what I was going to say about this book. In the beginning, when I was reading this, one of my first thoughts as I was reading it was, wow, this reminds me of Catcher in the Rye. I don't know what it was exactly. It just sort of had a similar feel to it that Catcher in the Rye did. And I liked Catcher in the Rye, so good thing. I guess it was kind of just the way his voice was. It was different, but I don't know. It just felt similar. It lost that as it went on. But yeah. Good book. I can't remember what else I was going to say about it. Oh! One thing I do want to say about it, well, not really about this book so much, but how I found out about this book and what made me want to read this book was watching a review of this book, which is a much better review, since I can't remember anything I was going to say, and I'm so annoyed that I don't have time to think of it now, because I have a proposal to do for tomorrow. So, yeah, I'm rambling, but anyway, I watched a video review of it. It's a very excellent review by BangGeek8408, I believe I think I got the numbers right. If I didn't, I will put it up correctly here somewhere. And you should definitely go watch that. His videos are really good. He talks about books a lot, so you will like it. I will put a link, an annotated link here on the doctor at the end, and I'll also put it down on the bookshelf. Yeah. I'm gonna end this ramble of nothing now, because, yeah. Since NaNoWriMo was coming up, I thought that this next week I would read something to help me prepare for it, so I will be reading The Secret Commonwealth of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies by Robert Kirk. Questions! There's only one question, and that is, how tall are you? I am 5'1" and 3/4. I can do this! Yeah, these cabinets right here, this is 5 feet, and they go up about maybe 3/4 of an inch, and my neck is only slightly compressed. I am short. So as I was editing this, I realized there's not one question, there's 2 questions. I forgot about Dan's question about truth in theater, so I'm going to answer that now. Truth in theater. I don't know a whole lot about theater, really, at all, actually. However, I think this kind of fits with other things, too. So Dan was talking about how in a play, things will be made to be more dramatic so that they'll still be entertaining. And that it's not actually truthful then because it's not exactly how it would be in reality. I think when considering this question, it's important to distinguish between truth and realism. Something may not be 100% realistic, but it can still be truthful. Just as something could plausibly be 100% realistic and not be truthful, I guess. I don't know. That's not... You could make things seem totally plausible, exactly how people would actually say them, and it'd be a lie. Or you could have something crazy, ridiculous story that actually happened, and it could be true. But it wouldn't seem realistic. Other thing, I'm going to cheat like I did last week and talk about art in relation to this question because it kind of applies. I think it does. So I'm going to do it. Now, in art, you'll often have very, very realistic painting. That's what I've been trained in a lot, being that I go to art school, I've taken classes in classical drawing, how to draw things correctly. I'm also studying matte painting, so I need to know how to get things to look real. However, you can have something that's a drawing that's just like this really amazing drawing, and it will be an exact copy of reality and look like a photograph that is less truthful than something that's much more freeform, even abstract, can have more truth to it than something that's absolutely photorealistic. Sometimes the less realistic route is the one that conveys truth better. Take, for instance, one of my favorite painters, my favorite classical painter, if you take out some matte painters like Dylan Cole or something, Vincent van Gogh. He's awesome. Not exactly known for his photorealism. Ugh. If you look at, for instance, his probably most well-known painting, Starry Night, you will see this is not exactly how the night sky actually looks. It does not have all those cool swirls and stuff in it. It would be pretty freaking awesome if it did, but alas, it does not. Yet, when I look at this painting, I see more truth of how the world is than in, like, a deep space photograph taken from the Hubble, that's exactly how space looks. That's exactly how the sky is. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's lens distortion on it, but anyway. But see, reality, and when I say reality, I don't mean realistic reality, I just mean reality as in the way the world is, maybe not necessarily the way we always perceive it, is not made up of the things we say and the things that are around us, necessarily. I think it's more made up just of people and how they influence things and how they think of things and how people see things. Because everybody sees things differently. So when you have something that takes something and looks at it in a different way, be it an abstract painting, an impressionist type thing, a novel that's overly dramatizes something, a play where things may not be exactly how you would say something, that does not necessarily mean that it's not truth. It's truth as someone else sees it. For instance, in my absolute favorite episode ever of Doctor Who, and I have seen a lot of Doctor Who. Not all of it, but a lot. The one about Vincent van Gogh from the most recent series. In there, they portray Van Gogh as actually seeing the night sky with these swirls, which, okay, he may not have actually literally seen it that way, but that was the way he saw the world. That when you make a painting, you are projecting your perception of something. And that's true of novels, books of any sort, really, plays, movies. Anything you're creating, you're projecting your reality, your perception of reality, I should say, into that work and showing other people how you see the world. This has gotten way too long. I'm gonna shut up now. Which brings me to Dan's punishment. Now, just to be clear, so that there's no confusion, Dan, you are not being punished because you didn't upload videos while you didn't have an internet connection. You didn't have an internet connection, that's a perfectly good excuse. However, there are these things. They're called books, you may be familiar with them. You're supposed to read one a week, and they don't require an internet connection, and you didn't. At least, if you did, you didn't say anything about them, which, why wouldn't you? So we're assuming that you didn't. Now, if you did actually read, fine. Do a video about the books, and we'll see, then we won't punish you. But if you didn't read, you have to be punished. And really would be nice, because you're only doing one punishment for 3 weeks. So, that's a pretty good deal. Lauren has decided to be all pretending to be nice. I sometimes think she's a Hufflepuff in disguise. I'm nuts! So, I'm the one who ends up telling you, Dan, your punishment, since you loved Pride and Prejudice so much, is to read Pride/Prejudice by Anne Herondine, I think that's how you pronounce her name, on a blog TV chat. live with people actually there. Now, just so everyone knows, Pride/Prejudice, if you can't figure out by the title, is, according to Katie, and this was her suggestion, I want to be clear, a homoerotic retelling of Pride and Prejudice. So you didn't like the original, let's see how you feel about a complete bastardization of it. So you will now see the annotation is back up on the doctor. You should all go watch Matt's video because it is awesome. And Katie, I will see you tomorrow.